Hello. That was really loud. Hello.
That was really loud.
Screaming like I'm deaf. G'day. It's now isolation 2.0.
Because one lockdown wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I keep grabbing the wrong size socket. We doing some stuff in my spare NX today. I'm removing the dashboard because somebody wants to buy it and I don't need it. Yeah. While we do this, we can give you some updates what's been going on during isolation. It's been a while since I filmed. Mark's here, by the way. So updates on all sorts of things. Ow! Oh, that's an update. Part of the reason I didn't film or work on cars for a while is because I sliced my finger open.
And how did you slice your finger open?
I was opening a bottle of soft drink, a glass bottle, and I was like, I had it around the neck really tight, and I was doing the old like door hinge, door catch trick, and I went like, dunk, and it went, tss, and it didn't quite pop the lid off, so I did it again, and I went dunk, and just went smash, and I like crushed it in my hand, and I bled a lot and needed stitches. So that took up a bit of time because I'm a dumbass, and that's it. That's like really, I don't know where else it mounts. There's nothing there. Nothing here. Ugh. Yeah, so I cut my finger open, which sucked. And it hurt a lot and bled a lot. I think the next bolts are on your side.
Yeah.
But I have been doing stuff. I have been working on the cars and stuff in isolation. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, if YouTube's going to demonetize me for using those words. Because apparently that's something that's been doing. Like,
We'll just bleep it out. Cool.
no, I do like what the Game Grumps call it. They call it the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. So the S13 engine, the SR20 is all back together and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's all fine. It's all working. Maybe, I don't know. Haven't put it in or done anything with it. Pulling apart a lot of the interior and spraying it down with water and Omo and all kinds of cleaning stuff. I've been doing a bunch of tidying up of the wiring in the S13 bay. I mean, it's only really waiting on one more thing. Partially why Mark's here to help me today. But also to help me with like dashboard and a few other bits and pieces.
Cars.
Sometimes just want to hang out, work on some cars.
It's been a while.
It's been a very long while. How is that attached? Is there a bolt down the bottom of it, or this camera's too big to put in the other thing?
It's just the NX is too small, mate.
There's no such thing. I pointed out in the previous video that the radiator I got for the S13 to be tucked was too big, 15mm taller than what the ad said. Yeah, as a result it didn't fit at all. So I went and exchanged that for another one and it fits perfectly fine now. I bought a few other extra little bits and pieces from Japan which are quite cool. You'll probably see them in the background of the few other shots.
What's for the true fans, just Easter eggs?
Yeah, little Easter eggs. In a previous video I put up, I mentioned that I won't be changing the YouTube channel name, but here I am making a fool of myself.
He lied.
And saying, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna change it. Oh, it feels weird. It feels like I'm sending this thing off to die. It kind of is a little bit.
A little bit.
But it's already died. So I'm gonna be changing the YouTube channel name, which probably people suspected was gonna happen anyway. You want this one? Yeah. Fellas Network's done. It's not really the fellas anymore. Obviously there's like, you know, all the mates and all the boys still working on cars, having fun.
We're all around.
And that's what matters. I actually googled how to remove this dash and it had some helpful information, but then it had one that was just like a really big paragraph and didn't explain it well. Yes, hot news. This channel name will change in the next few days after this video comes out. It will be called Easy Rider, like the YouTube channel. Sorry, what? No.
What? Like the rest of it.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Like the Instagram, like the website, like my wheels. And also I bought more Easy Riders because I have a terrible impulse habit. It's almost like I like the wheels.
Almost.
But I also like just the name. It's a good name. I'm fully aware that the name is very associated with motorbikes in America, but I don't really mind. So yes, welcome to Easy Rider. Feels weird to say. Feels good though. Like, we pull out all kinds of cars, but I guess if you look at it realistically, a lot of them are Nissans. It's not the intention.
No.
But it just happens like, I like the NX. The NX happens to be a Nissan. I like the Silvia. The Silvia happens to be a Nissan. I like the Gazelle. The Gazelle happens to be a Nissan. I like A82s. That would be like my goal build if I were to like, I was going to say if I were to have a YouTube channel.
I still want a GC8 WRX.
That'd be cool. I want too many cars. And I currently have too many cars. This might be a guy trying to buy NX parts. It is. Anyway, yes, welcome to Easy Rider. We're doing things, we're pulling apart shitty old Nissans. They're not that shitty. A lot of people weren't very happy when I called the NX a non-cool car. But I say that in like...
Everyone got triggered.
Yeah, well, not everyone, but a few people. They are actually really cool cars. They're quite neat. They have every classic SR20 problem that you'll never want. Neat little car. I'm happy to keep it. I'd rather send off the engine for an OEM rebuild than buy another car, because going through all that time and hassle of getting another car, going through rego and roadie, all that kind of crap, I'd probably spend the same amount as just getting an OEM rebuild, and the rest of the car is fucking mint. So you'll probably see more of the NX hanging around, and I got a few more bits planned on it. We will be doing a little bit on the grey NX later today. So this is going to be an episode of NX's, bit of Silvia's, catching up updates. Hopefully you guys can enjoy where this is going now that we're out of the slump of cut fingers and being locked down and GoPro not charging.
And parts now here.
And itchy faces. Let's get to it. You feel them right at the back there?
Oh, yeah.
So removing an NX dash. Take off all this shit. Take off all this shit. Take off all that shit down there. And then this is the part where we got stuck. And you got two caps up the ends here. And there's bolts that kind of like angled towards the front of the car in them. So we take off those two. There's also a bolt down here and a bolt over there. Let's see if it pops. That's actually a really easy dash removal.
Yeah.
Two bolts either side, bolts in the center trim, these two at the top. And there's also one behind your cluster just here. That was surprisingly easy. Maybe we'll have to remove this, or we can just sort of like slide it out the passenger side.
We should be able to just slide it.
Let's see. Let's see how we go. Can we go up higher? That was fucking easy peasy.
Professional's choice.
Wow, amazing.
Also surrounded by other dirty Nissans.
I've actually spent a lot of time in this engine bay. I've cleaned up a whole bunch of the actual cold side accessories loom. I think that's what it's called, because that was ugly as shit, falling apart. I cleaned up a whole bunch of this stuff. There's like bugger all that sits on the side of the fuse box now. I cleaned up a whole section of loom here because that was not falling apart, but it was just like
dirty. And
it was dirty, and someone had mucked with it a little bit before and not put it back together properly. Was it necessary? No. Does it look good? Yes. But for now, I need to fix up these three, which all connect to the battery positive with a connector, and then eventually get a connector that plugs into that guy and runs along under here. All the powers that be.
more power.
The last time I tried to do this, I fucked it up massively. Where when I finally crimped the contact, it kind of just like squeezed all the wires out of it. This time, it might be less useless.
No guarantees.
No guarantees. No way. This is not how you should do wiring. So yeah, I had it like this last time. I did the crimp and it just went squeezed off of the end of it, and I was like, okay, well that was useless. Internets will probably shit on me for this, having so much wire sticking out. I don't fucking care. Here's the challenging part.
The crimp.
Crimping this and keeping the wire in there. You'll get to see me fuck it up. So pretty much what I need you to do, I hold this and you crimp. Okay, ready where you are. Okay, it's in there. I can still see the wire, that's good. Safety squish. Cool. I'm gonna tuck this in here and I'll show you guys what it all looks like now. So once the engine's actually back, I'll be figuring out what wires of these are actually getting used. Because if it's only like 3 wires, then I'll get a 3-pin connector. That's all simples now. It's nice. There's my triple power cable. That's just going to run straight across to the power distributor over here. This is what I've been working on. It's kind of tedious. It's kind of boring. But I feel good about it. At the end of July, this is going down to my fabricator. And we're going to get this whole panel replaced. Going to replace that whole thing and put a big hole there for my intake pipe. And also mount up the radiator. Shall we show them the radiator? I got the roof racks back on. Just because I had nowhere else to store them, so I put them on. Gazelle. Cool seat. It's not big, but it's thicker, and it's tucked, and it's alloy. And you don't need to cut. People like to not cut parts of their car. I do, but I like to pay someone else to do it.
I'm a big fan of cutting my car to pieces.
Ta-da! I know about you, but that's pretty fucking perfect. So when I send this down to the fabricator to get that done, I'm going to get him to make some blanking plates for the sides, but then leave a small opening so I can run all my cables and shit through. No, it fits really well. I can either leave it upright, or if I want, I can actually like push it further forwards. So it's angled down a little bit. Get some downforce, bro. I'm stoked. I think this is cool. Because I'm gonna have the inline filler here, and then I'm gonna have the intake running down there, and thermo fans on that. And then you're not gonna be able to, like, there's gonna be just nothing in front of the engine. Let's see if it fits in the Gazelle.
Whoa.
It fits. Obviously, you can like modify that lip a bit.
That definitely fits.
Honestly, you could fit a wider one in here.
Yeah.
I could even fit one that's like a bit taller. Whoops, there's the front bumper. So that's the radiators. It fits really well in this, and it fits a bit too small in the Gazelle. It's thicker and better than the original. The other one's fucked. That's that side of things done. We've done the clip. What now? We move on to the NX. So I have actually fixed a whole bunch of things on the NX recently to get it to run better. I didn't film any of it, but I'll go over it. You know, if anybody else with an NX is having these problems, this might help. So that's the NX. It's on Demon cambers because they're multi-stud. It's at a good height. It's got coilovers and things in it now. They're well set up. The fronts are still a little bit low. The alignment's still going kind of cooked. I don't know what it is, but the offset's a bit extreme for this car. They're 15x70. So even on standard wheels, the front wheels stick out wider. But I guess that's a front wheel drive thing. Maybe? They stick out quite far. The rears were having massive problems with rubbing, but I fixed that because the suspension was put together incorrectly. Not the previous owner of the car, but the previous owner of the suspension.
Nice.
But I have to run a lot of camber in the front to fit the wheels too, which is okay if you're running good tyres, but these are shit and I hate them. And yes, me and Mark are wearing the same jumper because they are both my jumper and it is cold. I sprayed the cover, not professionally, just like, and then sanded it back. Just like that too. Coilovers are in, and then because the coilovers are in, the bolt can actually reach through the strut brace now, which is good. It used to only run 2 nuts on these studs, and then it couldn't reach through there with the standard suspension. But N14 suspension, N14 strut brace, and then N14 bolt makes it through. I pulled apart this whole intake side of things because this whole vac port wasn't there. So you need this shit for, I don't know, something. EGR, an idle control, and then some other kind of thing, you know?
Love the technical terms.
I've also gone and replaced a lot of the vac lines and a lot of the connections because they were garbage and they didn't work and they didn't make sense. Some of them were blocked off where they shouldn't have been, and some of them were connected where they shouldn't have been, and then some of them were just like not connected to anything and dangling down the side of the car. The threads on these were just like not done well. Cleaned them up, retapped them, done some thread sealant, added this one in, that wasn't there at all, and I resprayed this so it looks nice and cleaned. So that helped a lot. I also rehooked up the EGR valves because if you remove the EGR in this thing, you don't gain any power. It doesn't change anything. If you have an SR20 and you turn on the car and that's just your problem, you're turning on an SR.
Basically.
That's it. Nah, it was like idling like crap. It'd start up properly, it'd be sweet, but then maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds in, as it's warming up, it's like dropping down to like 200 RPM, and then back up to 1,000, then down to 200, then back up to 1,000, and then down to 200. Sometimes it'll drop down to 200 and just stall. Even if it is slightly warm for the first little while you're driving, it's really stuttery and it won't move forwards, and it feels like you put your foot down, but it slows down. It's like you lose all power.
Mine did that. And
Yours
we
did
swapped
that.
your MAF in, and then
Yeah, we
back
swapped.
out.
That's the thing. Mark's did that in the S13 ages ago. We put my MAF into it, and then it worked. And then we put your MAF back into it, and then it worked.
It made no sense. Literally no sense.
Only at like 1,000 RPM, the car would be like bup, 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 bup. That's not how a 1,000 RPM idle should sound when it's standard. Doing the replacement MAF, the one I yanked off of my red car, everything's sweet. It doesn't, you know, bounce up and down and stall, and then when I drive, it doesn't stutter. Check your vac lines, check your ignition timing, that's also an important one.
Yeah.
Check your idle control, clean your throttle body, and check your mass airflow sensor. Mass airflow sensor was the last thing I changed, and it changed everything. So we've removed a dashboard from an NX, and we've fixed all this crap. And now we're gonna put on a steering wheel. If you do want to see more of this car, let me know. because I'll happily do some stuff to it. I don't want to go too far that it's off the road, because this is my daily, but just fun stuff. Like, I know I need to change the engine mounts, so I might do some urethane inserts and some new bushings and things. Maintenance stuff, but maintenance plus.
It's so tiny in here, but there's so much space.
There's so much space, yeah.
There's more room in this than there is in an S13. Like, I have like...
Yeah, I'd say so.
I have probably like that on an S13.
S13s are still surprisingly spacious inside.
Yeah, well, we don't have the sunroof as well, so that like...
That gives us more space.
But even then, you feel like if you hit a bump a little bit too hard...
You can touch the ceiling.
You are going through the roof.
I'm gonna take this off. It doesn't have any cruise control buttons on it, but it's got a cruise control button over here. I don't use it, I don't know how to use it in this car, and I don't care to use it in this car. Fun fact, the splines to this car for a Boss are the same as an S13. So if you're looking to change your wheel in your NX, or S13, no NX, just get an S13 hub. The Gazelle, same splines as an S13. The S13, same splines as an S13. The NX, same splines as an S13. Just get an S13 hub, and then you can change whatever wheel you want onto it. But also, the benefit of that means that I can like swap all my hubs and quick releases and around between all the cars. Done. So this doesn't have an airbag. Technically, if it does have an airbag, you should replace it with a steering wheel that has an airbag.
I think out of all the cars we own, only the Stag has an airbag.
This is my only car with ABS, and it has the worst tyres on it out of any of my cars.
Yep.
I don't really care what you do, you do you. I'd say that's upright, straight, top, down. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Neither.
I'd say that's center. This is coming off. There's a big bolt in the middle. When you're taking this off, don't take off the bolt completely and then hit it off, because you'll smash it into yourself. I'm going to loosen that bolt and then tap it off. It's not really tapping, it takes quite a bit of effort.
A bit of, yeah.
That wasn't that tight at all, actually.
No.
This is a how to install a steering wheel on your NX video, as well as how to remove that. That was so easy. Dude, I spent like half an hour on the S13 taking my...
I'm well aware.
You went and got a steering wheel puller tool to get your S13 on.
Why are you touching that?
I don't know.
Why?
Ooh! Ew! What the fuck is... It's like someone's hair... Imagine steering and your hair gets caught in the steering wheel and you're just like, ah!
Nah.
That's probably what's happened to someone. Probably could happen to you.
No.
I don't know if that's upright. I didn't make sure after all of that. So that's very easy to do. I have gone for the NRG S13 short hub. I don't know why. It's just something I could get access to quickly. Whoop, it works. Oh, it's very at me. Maybe I do need to change the wheel to something less...
Might need a flatter wheel.
Less drift. There's still that, for lack of better description, bunky old one.
Yeah.
From yours. I really want a 90 Gara, because then it's like I have a aftermarket steering wheel with a center cover. Like, that's fucking... Good news. Found the old steering wheel that I used to use on my Gazelle, which is a 90 Fittipaldi Personal. It's, you know, it's a little rough around the edges, but it's a fucking good wheel. I'm gonna use that. So yeah, we covered a lot of stuff today. The camera's on a very low battery, but like, we've managed to fit all of that into one battery amount.
Which is insane. Yeah, the S13 that is now back is... There's a lot of things coming for it, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be real fun. We'll actually have two cool S13s instead of one that's cool and one that's just fucked.
Well, yours runs, mine doesn't. You got that on me.
Had a few parts before the car was stolen. Didn't get around to selling them. Luckily, that worked out.
Well, that's pretty much the gist of it. Mark's car got stolen a week before a lot of his parts for it arrived.
Yeah.
Which is never nice.
No, especially when you got a skid day coming for it.
Yeah, that too. We'll film a whole bunch of us things. Doing the mods and stuff to it.
Yeah.
Which would be cool. But everyone's seen S13 stuff before, but I've actually had a few people in person be like, oh, your mate with the green S13, he's the one that it was stolen and disappeared for 7 months. I'm like, how do you know about that? I guess there's a lot more people who watch the videos and just quietly enjoy them, do their own thing. Obviously, you don't have to be an active if you want. I don't give a shit. We'll get Mark's car back on the road. You pulled out some of the dents in it. We'll have a look at that.
Yep. Oh, and I got a front mount for the Stag. That'll happen.
Oh yeah, that's cool too. Man, we got a lot done in this video.
Yeah.
You're around these pieces of shit long enough, you start to learn a thing or two about them.
It's only taken what?
It's coming up on 6 years.
It's coming up.
Coming up. So you better get this Nissan started, and you won't be able to.
No. But when you do, it'll start knocking.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, that's really nice. Really nice and dusty.
Finished product minus thingy. And now we're...
There you go. NX community. You now have an NX YouTuber. Ooh. That's weird. I'm not saying that.
No. Never say that again.
Never again. Give it keys. Keys, keys, keys. You'll see a little bit more on the NX. You'll see some more on the S13. I don't know if I want to film the fabricator's place. I'm not really that kind of person. I don't like going into other people's places and
It's weird.
filming. It's very, I don't know, disconnected to actually talking to the person who you're about to pay for a service. But that's just me. Oh, that feels really good, man. Oh, I'm excited. There's nothing else really to say.
That's it.
Wiring's going well on that. Cleaning's going well on that. Radiator's going well on that. This has a quick release now. It's idling better than ever and running better than ever. The red car, I'm parting that out and selling all kinds of pieces for it so I can actually help fund, like, you know, stuff like this. It's a bit sad the name's gone, but at the same time, new things and also consistency.
Yeah.
You know, all the website, all the Instagram, all the channel names, all the same. Thank you for coming along and watching the content that we have to make. Let's get so heartfelt. Like the heart on my lock. It's not going to be able to focus on. That's literally it. So we'll see you guys again soon. Cheers.